subscribe and like the video.
The new Undersecretary for Public Diplomacy, state's top public diplomacy official, not only denies the Uyghur but appears to applaud it, says the U.S. should sell out Taiwan to China for concessions to Antarctica. What? The Chinese aren't genocidal. They just object to Uyghur supremacy and Uyghurness. If Uyghurs simply reject Uyghur supremacy, they'll have no problem functioning in Chinese society. Okay. Wait, what? Is this a joke? No shot. There is no way.
What?
What? Uyghur supremacy? That's insane. No, it's got to be a meme. I've never seen somebody with a globe emoji defend China to a degree where they are outflanking tankies, dude. Like this guy is unironically outflanking China defenders. Okay, what the? Even like the most hog-like defenders of Chinese actions in Xinjiang will at least say like, oh, they're separatist terrorists that like the American CIA armed to disrupt Chinese affairs, right? And they had to be dealt with by a surveillance state or whatever, right? I've never heard somebody hit that like liberal tone of being like, this is like saying Hamas is actually advocating for like Islamic supremacy over Israel. That's why Israel has to destroy them. Taiwan will inevitably belong to China. It's only a matter of time. It's not worth expending any capital to prevent. A visionary statesman will recognize this and make a deal in exchange for acknowledgement of this basic reality. Get some serious concessions on Africa and Antarctica. Big deal to be made. If Uyghurs don't like anti-Uyghur racism, it must be because they are Uyghur nationalists who think all of China is for Uyghurs only. Bro, I have literally never heard that. What is he saying? I have never heard that from even like the most insane Salafist guy who's like a Uyghur separatist is not like all of China belongs to us. What the? I don't think there's a single guy. I don't think there is a single Uyghur dude who's like, no, you don't understand. The entirety of China is ours. Okay? That's like, I don't even think the hogs in China believe that is what they're saying. This is awesome. This is a new type of guy. Chat, you don't understand. I've never seen a new type of guy like this before. This guy's awesome. Amazing. The same guy that said this. Competent white men must be in charge if you want things to work. Unfortunately, our entire national ideology is predicated on coddling the feelings of women and minorities and demoralizing competent white men. This guy's insane. It's real, and he was appointed. The ADL, your fave, wrote an article about how he was announced before, but they deleted it just now because they don't want to offend Trump. Now that Darren Beattie has been tapped to serve at the State Department, the ADL has dutifully removed the press release on their website where they call him a white supremacist. Dude, come on, dude. He's also, this is such a weird guy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy to me that this is like a white supremacist hog who also is like incredible, seemingly very pro-China, like pro-China to a degree where he's outflanking what the Chinese state's statements are on the Uyghurs in general. I've never heard Uyghur supremacy before, and I've seen a variety of different hogs on this issue. I have never heard that before. ADL slams White House tapping of ex-speechwriter who spoke at far-right event. It's outrageous that someone who consorted with racists would be considered for a position on a commission devoted to preserving morals in Europe, said ADL CEO Jonathan Greenblatt. Anti-Defamation League has called on the White House to rescind the November 18th appointment of Darren Beattie as a member of the Commission of the Preservation of America's Heritage Abroad, an independent agency the U.S. government established in 1985 to report on cemeteries, monuments, and historic buildings in Central Eastern Europe, particularly killing sites. Beattie was a White House speechwriter before leaving his post in 2018 following a report that he gave a speech 2 years earlier at a far-right conference. It's downright shocking that the White House has appointed Darren Beattie, who once attended an event with white supremacists and participated in a panel discussion with white nationalist Peter Brimelow, to serve as a member of a commission specifically created to help preserve the memory of Jewish victims of Nazi atrocities during the Holocaust. Can we count on you, Patriot? DHS, FBI, DOD have declared white supremacy the #1 threat, and doggone it, they are right. But did you know the KKK were demon rats? The Nazis were socialists? That Biden was pro-cop 30 years ago? Racist. Moo, a donation to GOP to fight the real racists. What? He hates the ADL and Jonathan Greenblatt. Right now, the disgraced water bottle merchant Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL is plotting to nuke Twitter from orbit. Disgraced water. Oh my God, he does the watermelon merchant. He does the watermelon merchant memes, but for Jonathan Greenblatt. What is happening? What the fuck? For those of you who don't know, Turks will say Erdogan is a watermelon merchant. Like he sold watermelon. Like Turks that are critical of Erdogan, that's what they'll say. It's the meme. Disgraced water bottle merchant Jonathan Greenblatt of the ADL has done more damage to Jews than just about any other American alive. Time for regime change. Oh, by the way, I think Darren Beatty is Jewish himself. Just before, I think he is. I think Darren Beatty is also Jewish. Which, by the way, far from the first nor the last Jewish nut in the Trump administration. Obviously, Stephen Miller, Donald Trump's second in command when it comes to all of the white nativist anti-immigrant sentiment coming out of the administration. Stephen Miller also is Jewish. So, you know, just remember that being Jewish is not stopping some of the Trump administration members from being out and about white supremacist Nazis. Darren Beatty, a former Trump speechwriter, was controversial appointing due to his ties to white supremacist linked H.L. Mencken. Disgraced ADL warns Elon against restoring the following specific accounts. The ADL doesn't have the power that people think they do. You can really tell the disgraced water bottle merchant Jonathan Greenblatt to f off. The ADL hilariously forced Nick Canada to write a book report on the ADL's Jonathan Greenblatt. Why does he? Remove ADL from the search bar and type CCP. What? CCP openly flaunting democratic values. China wants sissy dolls and effeminate men scrubbed from entertainment industry. The famous internet. Globalist American empire is more evil than the CCP. Wait, what? FBI is a far greater danger to Americans than the CCP. What is going on? Afghanistan's situation sets the tone for a series of humiliations for the globalist American empire over the course of the 21st century. Taiwan will belong to CCP in 30 years or less. It's not the CCP pressuring Elon to censor, it's the ADL and the disinformation industry, trust and safety mafia of the globalist American empire. CCP sucks and zero COVID sucks, but China is weakest and dumbest attack vector against Apple. Dude, what? What is happening? What is going on? This is a new guy. It's a whole new type of guy. Like, we have in our midst a white supremacist of Jewish origin and background that is a China simp. Like, what? How did that happen? How do you make a guy like that? How do you put those four factors into one guy? What is... I don't understand. And he has a globe emoji on his Twitter. You sound like a proud ethologist who just discovered a new species of beetle. I did. Because I'm fascinated with politics and the characters that occupy the American government. Okay. And as someone who is a documenter of the curious nature of American politics, when I find an entirely new type of guy that I haven't even envisioned in my mind as a bit, it's a shocking revelation. Okay, it means that the stupidity of American politics is unmatched. It's got to be, yeah. Most of what he's saying are bits, probably, but even then, I just don't understand. Like, American anti-China propaganda attacks CCP narratives. Chinese anti-American propaganda reinforces ruling class government narratives. The fact that he writes CCP and not CPC shows that he's just role playing. Yeah. If I told you. If I invented a guy, as I do regularly, and the guy was a Jewish who was pro-China, okay, you'd be like, "Come on, dude." You would just tell me I'm delusional. Like I've made up a new guy that is not supposed to exist. Okay, it doesn't make sense. But to be fair, I often joke. Look, I've often joked about the pro-NATO voter. And I joked a little too close to the sun, because not only was there a pro-NATO voter, okay, he actually tried to take action, take matters into his own hands. His name was Ryan Ruth, okay? After we found out that a guy like that exists in the wild, you know, I ate some humble pie. And I realized that maybe I should be more careful with the guys I'm inventing. So this is not shocking me any longer, okay? Not everything deserves a reaction. Sometimes you just sit back and you watch, okay? Ryan Ruth was a pivotal moment for me. It was a learning moment for me. And since then, I've learned to just kick it, you know? If things are out of your power, you just got to sometimes watch it. BD spoke at a conference of the Racist and Extremist H.L. Mencken Club, where he participated in a discussion with Brimlow, the creator of the racist and anti-immigrant website VDare. As we have said before, there's no place in any presidential administration or government commission for an individual who would attend and participate in such a well-known racist event. It is absolutely outrageous that someone who consorted with racists would even be considered for a position in the commission devoted to preserving morals in Europe. In another tweet, Beatty wrote, "The ADL is truly the enemy of the people." I mean, he's not wrong about the ADL, but, you know, not the best guy to be saying these things, I think. Big W for Trump today, though, with Mexico and Canada. Dude, it's not a W if... Okay. It's not a W if I go to the playground and take away your toy, okay, and then tell you that I'm taking away your toy for no real reason whatsoever. And then we have a conversation and I give you the toy back. You had the toy on step one. I'm the one who fucked it up for you. And now I'm just handing it back to you. That's not a W. Yeah, but they're fixing the borders as a result. What are you talking about? Okay, now I'm beginning to understand who Donald Trump was doing this for. It's people like Sergeant Gonzo. What do you mean fixing the border? Do you think there was, like, it's even funnier because we're talking about the Canadian border, okay? Like, the southern border is one thing. I have also often joked about how, oh, why don't we do border prevention in the northern border as well? Which seemingly Trump heard those concerns and was like, yeah, that's right. We should also fix the northern border. Like, what do you think was fixed in the border? Yeah, build the northern wall. Look at the Trudeau tweet. No, I know. One of the few things coming out of this is the amount of Canada coverage you are doing. What is this? Chatters like this person will unironically behave like this. I'm willing to pay more for quality products if they're made in America by Americans who are paid a decent income. You guys don't even think fast food workers should make a livable wage. Yeah. The Canada thing was already announced in December 2024. They're just repackaging it as though it's a new thing. Yeah, but guess what? Donald Trump supporters can act like he got a massive W by enforcing America's power at the global stage. Okay? And that's what really matters. They're just doing victory laps over here over virtually nothing. Okay? Hell yeah, brother. We did it. We freaking did it. Trump didn't ask for anything. I know. That's the funniest part. They were like, hey, why are you doing this? This is going to be damaging to both of our economies. We are your most valuable trade partner. And Donald Trump's response to that literally was, oh, we're killing it. Like fentanyl. We're just doing it for fentanyl, I think. I've decided now that it's fentanyl related. You're doing fentanyl at your border. That's why we're doing these issues. Why is Xi not getting an off-ramp? Is it because he isn't calling him as a power move? I don't know.
Do everything to avoid this totally unnecessary and stupid wars or trade wars.
C'est simple. Nous, on pense que la priorité, elle est à cet agenda stratégique et sécurité de nos frontières. Et si nous étions attaqués sur les sujets commerciaux, l'Europe, comme une puissance qui se tient, devra se faire respecter et donc réagir.
What is clear, there are no winners in trade wars. If United States and the US start the trade war, then the one laughing on the side is China. We are very interlinked. We need America and America needs us.
Beide, die USA wie Europa, profitieren vom Warenaustausch, vom Austausch von Dienstleistungen. Wenn jetzt Zollpolitik das schwierig macht, dann wäre das schlecht für die USA, schlecht für Europa.
On the question, firstly, of tariffs, obviously it's early days. And I think what's really important is open and strong trading relations. And that's been the basis of my discussions with President Trump.
We start with our breaking news. President Trump has...
What? Oh, my God. Oh, my God. We're going to do tariffs on the UK For what? Doing tariffs on the UK is like doing tariffs on Israel, dude. What are you talking about? What's next? Are we going to put tariffs on North Dakota? Like, what are you talking about? Also, what's the reason? Are they also trafficking fentanyl? Are they trafficking fentanyl into the United States, Donald? What is the UK doing?
Told the BBC that the UK is way out of line when it comes to trading with the US and that tariffs might be imposed. But he said his main aim is the European Union, which he has warned will face import taxes soon, accusing the EU of not buying anything from the United States. Let's have a listen to what President Trump told our correspondent Nomir Iqbal during a press huddle at Joint Base Andrews.
What country will be next on Paris? Would you consider taxing the UK, for example?
Well, we're going to see what happens. It'll happen. But we're going to we'll see how things work out. It might happen with that, but it will definitely happen with the European Union. I can tell you that, because they've really taken advantage of us. And, you know, we have over a $300 billion deficit. They don't take our cars. They don't take our farm products. They take almost nothing. And we take everything from them, millions of cars, tremendous amounts of food and farm products. So the UK is way out of line, and we'll see. The UK, but European Union is really out of line. UK is out of line, but I'm sure I think that one can be worked out. But the European Union it's an atrocity, what they've done.
What's the relationship with the EU?
Well, Prime Minister Starmer has been very nice. We've had a couple of meetings. We've had numerous phone calls. We're getting along very well. We'll see whether or not we can balance out our budget. With the European Union, it's $350 billion deficit. So obviously something's going to take place there.
Well, those comments from President Trump on the United Kingdom and European Union follows a furious backlash to his announcement of levies on goods from Canada, Mexico and China. He's expected to speak to the leaders of both Canada and Mexico later on Monday. On Saturday, Mr. Trump signed off on 25% tariffs on neighbouring Mexico and Canada, despite sharing a free trade pact. And he hit China with a 10% tariff in addition to existing levies brought in by Joe Biden. All three countries have vowed retaliation, prompting concerns of a trade war and rising prices. But on his Truth Social platform, Mr. Trump said, "We will make America great again, and it will all be worth the price that must."
Are we sure Trump knows what tariffs will do? Yes, dude. Come on. Yes, there are people in his... No, I'm sorry. Like, there's no way. There's no way he doesn't understand what tariffs are. Okay? That's crazy. Yes, he's very stupid, but I think he understands what tariffs are. Like, maybe he's using... I mean, Themasius says something in the chat that I think could be the reason, where he's just, like, trying to bully countries with tariffs in an effort to force them to purchase more American products or something. You know what I mean? I suspect that is, like, the only logical conclusion here.